Hello students. So today we are going to start a new chapter, then the chapter the importance of transport system. So what is the importance of transport system in our daily life, how it is important, so we will see in this chapter. So if we see in our daily lives, we use various different kinds of modes of transport. For what purpose we'll use it for the to go from one place to another for transport. So to go from one place to another we'll use it. So how the people other people who are there, they will use the transport facilities which are available, like what roads, waterways, railways and airports, and why the people will make a different choices to use the transport services. So about all this we will discuss about in this chapter. So instead of this, besides of this, we will also we are going to read about why and how the people will complete it will depends on the transport of their source of earning. Some people who will do this, they will get the income of source from transport only. So how they will get, and how markets use for the transport. So and also you will learn more about other means of transport, such as not only roadways but other means of transport such as what the railways, waterways, airports. So about this also we will going to learn, and also in the higher classes more. So first we are going to discuss about the transport system in Telangana. So if we look at the maps, if we look at the big pictures about the transport system, which pictures are available in our state, so we would note the following things. First of all, we will discuss about the roads. So if we see in our India has the most roads are built, and mostly the roads completely roads are completely it is maintained by whom? Maintained by the government only. So there are many different types of roads. Some roads are like the national highways, which will they will construct which are built across different states in our country. So for instant, what we call a road network called what? The national highway. So the national highway number 44, it runs through where the way it will go to the Uttar Pradesh and the Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So while whatever the state government maintains the roads, it will connect, what it will do, it will connect the small towns and districts. And for this the panchayats are responsible for the village roads. So the village level of roads which are there, who will the panchayats are responsible for this, and the higher level of roads which are there like national highways, the government is responsible for that. So these roads are made of gravel, and all the people who are there in the corporations and municipalities, they are responsible for the urban roads. And the roads who are laid along with the international boundaries. So if the roads with the along with the international boundaries, then we call it as what? The border roads. And the roadways will play a very important role. For what purpose? To connect the people in remote areas with the main cities. Next is railways. So the railways, it is one of the fifth of travelers in our India which uses the trains. So the railways are mainly, it is used for what purpose? To transport, like what? Mainly it is used for the transport of goods, like what? The coal, iron ore, fertilizers, cements, food grains, etc. All this they will transfer from one state to another state in the train. So we called it as what? The goods train also. So the Telangana also has a well developed railways network. It will connect all the districts, and the railway transport goods to and from seaports also. So next element we coming to, if we see what is that? Airways. So if we see in our Telangana, there is one international airport in our Telangana. So this international airport, it is where it is situated. It is situated in Hyderabad, Shamshabad, And the international airport is meant for what? Traveling from Telangana or other neighboring states to foreign countries. So we can go from here to the foreign countries through the help of the airways. So, and this airport is also connects Hyderabad with other cities and states within the India. Also we can go travel anywhere through the help of airways. So next, coming to the last element, waterways. So almost all the goods which are traded by the Indian traders, they are transported to other countries through the waterways only, to the ports. So the port cities and towns, there are major trading centers to transport the goods from one place to another place. So coming to the state of Telangana, it does not have any coastal line or any ports. So in our Telangana we doesn't have. So coming to Andhra Pradesh, it has 15 ports. Out of these 15, the Visakhapatnam is the largest port. So rivers are such like what the Godavari, Krishna and Penna in Andhra Pradesh, and their canals are also used for the waterways also. And the seaports are also very crucial, as most of our foreign trade is done with this seaports only. So coming to the next topic, what is it? The use of roads for production and sale of goods. Most of the people in our Telangana, they will depends on roads only for traveling from one place to another place. And the transport facilities which are available to villages in Telangana. So there are in 2001 nearly 3/4 of the villages had transport facilities. So if we compare in 2001, the transport facilities now they are available in villages also in our Telangana, in different villages. So in 2001, if we see, nearly the 3/4 of the villages, they all have the transport facilities. So in earlier chapters, we have discussed the descriptions about what the farmers who are there. About farmers we have discussed, fisher flocks, and whatever the industries we have discussed. So these which depends upon the transport for various reasons. So like what is that? The farmers, if they produce any crops, they will take their produce to Raitu Bazaar through the help of what? Through the help of uh, transport only. And coming to fisher flocks, what they need to talk, they need to take that catch and to the buyers before it gets spoiled. So they also need the transport facilities. Coming to the industries, in last chapter we have discussed the paper mill, paper industry. What they will do, they will use the lorries to get the raw material from the foresters. So for that also, to transport, they need the transport roads only. So we will take one example. So let us take the example of cotton. So the cotton produced, which is produced by the farmers, it is moves from fields to factories. It have to move from the fields to factories. So since there are a different process through which the cloth is produced, it has to move from one place to another until the finished product is made. So the markets are very dependent upon the transport facilities only. So coming to the next topic is the employment in transport activities. So here there are two people who operate a bus, a driver and a conductor. So for all this maintenance of transport facilities in a state, we need very hundreds and thousands of people for the requirement which we have. So for example, if we see our Telangana state, the Road Transport Corporation, it is a government owned transport service. So it consists of the employees about 64,000 people. To run the buses, to run about the 10,000 buses, we need 64,000. They have 64,000 of people. So these employees, they will maintain the accounts and repairing of buses or work in the buses reports. So everything they'll manage it. So some employees, issue the bus passes and tickets in bus stands, or work as checking the inspectors. So some not only like a driver and conductor, some are in different sections, that like issuing the bus passes and tickets, and checking ticket checking the inspectors. So like this, the majority of the vehicles are running on the Telangana roads. That is, it has about the 3/4 of them are two-wheelers only. The coming to the functioning of transport system, they also requires what many activities, like what they need petrol, diesel, uh, for to petrol we need pump stations, and repairing shops we need, and the shops selling transport vehicles, and if any repair is there, then for the spare parts we need, right? For all this we need the facilities here. So the next topic is the transport services and choices. So sometimes the people they could use a particular mode of transport depending on their facilities or available or affordability charges, whatever it may be. If they are weak in the finance, then they will go into different modes of transport. So sometimes they have options to use the different types of transports are possible. What is that? For example, it is possible to travel by bus, train, or flight to Bangalore. So, for centuries, the ships were an important mode of travel. In previous earlier years, there is only the ships. They used to be an important mode to travel from one place to another places, for other countries, to take people as well as goods also. Trading goods, they used to transport from one country to another country. But today, if we see what happened, there are only few people who are they will travel by the ships, but that also for a small distance, not for the long distance. So whereas if we see, goods are mostly transported by them. So now the people who are there, they are traveling very less, only the goods are traveling from one place to another here. So it is possible that some of you come to school by buses. So, people who are employed in factories, who are there, like offices, households, they have shops, etc. So everyone, they are also depending on the transports only. Every city may not have easy access to public transport, such as what the buses. So the people depend on their own vehicles or hired vehicles like auto rickshaws or taxis. So in some cities, it is not compulsory to have the facilities of buses only. Some people, they won't get the it may be the bus stand may be far. So like this, because of some problems, they will depend on their own vehicles. They have their own vehicles, or else they will hire some vehicles like autos, taxis. So in that they will transport from one place to another place. So if the cost of travel is very high, the people may not able to move from one place to another place. If the transport cost is more, then we can't go, we'll think to go from one place to another place. For example, we will see an example. So if the wages in one place are higher than in another place, so at one place the salaries which are given, they are higher, in other place it is lower. So people who are earning low incomes, they may have a desire wish to move to get higher incomes, isn't it? Everyone have the desire, who will get the low incomes, then they have a wish to uh, they get the higher incomes. But if the transport cost is high, then they may not show interest in moving that place, because if whatever they are earning, if it go for the transport expenses only, then what is the use of earning the income? So they won't show the interest to moving to the places. So the cost of travel, especially for people who earn the lower income, it is too much, as they have to put away a larger share of their earnings for it. So whatever the share they will keep for the savings, what they will do, they will keep for the travelings only, because if their office is far, so the cycling and walking may not be possible. Why? Because the distance it will be very long, so that's why the cycling and walking it not possible maybe. So in big cities, if we see, it also becomes important to have enough place for people to walk or ride a bicycle, isn't it? If we see in the cities, all the vehicles, all the roads are covered completely with the vehicles only. There is no place to walk or for the bicycling, isn't? So even when there are pavements, you may find them occupied by the shopkeepers only. So sometimes the height of the road and the pavement could be so different that persons who use wheelchairs, they cannot use them also, and they were taking the risk of riding them along the motorized vehicles. They will take the risks like this. So in today's class we have discussed about these topics. So in next class we are going to discuss the remaining topics.